Good morning. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? I hope you all are doing well. I'm Simon Preston, and welcome to, wait for it, Reggae Boys Commentary. This is the channel where we come together to discuss everything in relation to Jamaican football. This is your hub for everything Jamaican football related. So, without further ado, here we go. Let's get right into the matter, shall we, and discuss the key for this video in particular. Now, as you know, when it comes to some of the content, I encourage you as well to like that video as well. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button as well. And yesterday, What Is the Deal was done on Harvey. Yeah, you guys would know Harvey Martiner, who was born to a Jamaican grandfather on his father's side. So you can be able to watch that video in particular and hear about his journey as well, from injury to going back to the pitch, to his position that he operates on the field, and the numbers that he has cumulatively speaking at the club. His contract expires in June, so you guys can get a bit more of an insight in relation to Harvey Martiner and other players that have been discussed quite recently as well. So you guys can have a little bit more of an insight into who these players are. All right. So in this video in particular, we're going to talk about things from a slightly different angle. We've spoken in the past about Musashi Suzuki, and you guys know who Musashi Suzuki is, right? Musashi Suzuki is a Jamaican-born football player who was born in Montego Bay. His father's name was Robert, and he took his mother's surname, Suzuki. Left Jamaica when he was about 8 or 9 years old. I think he went to Mount Alvernia Prep, and then after that, he was off, and then he settled in Ota in Japan. Went through the Japanese system, played at the under-17 FIFA World Cup for Japan, and played against Jamaica, the country of his birth, and has even played for Japan at the senior level as well. Yeah, he's played for Japan at senior level. He was even a member of Japan's squad at the 2016 edition of the Olympic Games. He has 9 caps to his name. He has scored 1 goal in process, and he's 29 years old. So we've spoken a little bit about Musashi Suzuki, but in this video, what we're going to do now is speak about another individual, because Japan has a wealth of athletes of Jamaican origin. Asuka Cambridge. Asuka Cambridge was born in Spanish Town. He was born in Jamaica to a Japanese mother and a Jamaican father. And when he was 3 years old, he left. You could think about Yvonne Kazanawa, who was born to a Jamaican father. And we could even think about Julian Walsh, who was born in Jamaica and represented Japan. So what is that saying? My fellow Jamaican men, play an important role in the lives of your children. Julian Walsh is the son of reggae drummer Emmanuel Walsh. You guys remember Emmanuel Walsh? Yeah. Pablo Moses, the Mighty Diamonds, John Holt, So Jamaican men, play an important role in your son, daughter's life, because you never know. They might be a track star, a footballer, you never know. And it might mean that one day they could represent Jamaica as well. So let's talk about Anrie Chase. Who is Anrie Chase? Well, Anrie Chase is a 19-year-old defender. He's 6 feet 2 inches tall. He was born in Kanagawa, Japan. He was born to a Japanese mother and a father who was born in the United States, but his father was born in Jamaica. So Anrie Chase's paternal grandfather was born in Jamaica. Despite being born in Japan, he moved to Texas at the age of 3, and he spent almost a decade there and returned to Japan when he was 12, 13, thereabouts. He also had stints when he was in the Netherlands and also in Germany as well, where he settled his club football career. And last year, he signed a deal with Stuttgart, their second team. And this is a long-term deal that he signed with the club in particular. So he's been getting games within the second team of Stuttgart, and persons are impressed by his height, his ability. He's gone on to make 12 appearances this season for the club at centre-half. And yeah, it's a long-term deal. In terms of injuries that he would have sustained in the past, he's had challenges with the knee, but it's something that he's slowly but surely getting over. This is what happened when he had his growth spurt but now it looks like it's something that is settled. He's 19 and he's 6'2". Usually men stop growing when they're 20, 21 thereabouts. I mean, every man is different in terms of their growth spurt. I stopped growing when I was 16. Bold stopped growing when he was 15. So everybody is different from their sort of age perspective, but it gives perspective that he could be 6'4" by the time he's 21. We'll see how that passage sorcerer goes. Even Whisper, Whisper could grow another few more inches because he's 17. Whisper could be taller than he is right now. You never know. So we'll see how his sort of passage and journey grows as well. So as it relates to Anrie Chase, he represented Japan's under 17 level in 2020. And now, in relation to last year, 2022, he has trained with the senior Japanese squad. So he's had those stints where he has trained with the Japanese squad. But now, in relation to the Under-20 World Cup, in the Under-20 World Cup in particular, he has basically made the list. He's made the team. That's right. Anrie Chase has made the Japanese team in Group C for the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. They'll be joined with Senegal, Israel, and Colombia. So that is the group for the Japanese team for this tournament in particular. So we look forward to see how he'll be able to do in this tournament in particular. And we'll see what the future that lies ahead. But to give you guys a bit more of an insight in relation to Chase, he is aware of his Jamaican roots. He is a big fan of reggae, and he knows about his Jamaican origin. So he's 19 years old. He's been part of the Japanese youth setup, but has not made a cap for Japan at the senior level. Of course, he has received praise from higher Japanese authority in relation to the senior team. But, let's see what the future lies ahead. Let's see. But he's a defender. He is progressing nicely in terms of his development. And it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to have a Jamaican passport at all. You never know what the future will lie for Anrie Chase. And I know many people are wondering as well in relation to the Under-20 World Cup, in particular, how many of these players, when you look at these different squads, how many of them that you see have Jamaican heritage? Well, we could go through the United States squad and we could be able to pick out some names as well and see a few. But it just shows how diverse Jamaica is and how great we are, to be able to have the depth of talent within the squad of individuals who have Jamaican heritage. It's that fantastic, you know what I'm saying? So it's brilliant from that perspective, and we should certainly be fond of it from that angle. So I know the England squad also was released quite recently as well, and many people would have been quite pleased to see, especially Ronnie Edwards be part of the squad. Ronnie Edwards, Peterborough United, yeah, he's part of the squad as well. Basir Humphreys is part of the squad in this tournament in particular. Aaron Ramsey, the brother of Jacob, he's in the squad. Roy Delap's son, Liam Delap, Daniel Jibison, born in Canada but has Jamaican heritage, he's there as well. Dane Scarlett is in the squad as well. But yep, shows the talent that we have, shows the diversity within our squad, shows what we have at our disposal. So the deal with Mr. Chase in Japan right now, his youth career is with the Japanese, but he is fond about his Jamaican heritage. He is aware about it, and he has not brushed it aside by any means, but he knows and he can understand patois. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Grateful for you guys to be able to watch this video in particular. If you guys haven't already, I encourage you, hit the like button right now. All right, hit the like button right now. And after you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boys Commentary. Okay, guys? Thank you so much.